Hello everyone. Today we are going to take up chapter 14 of ninth class science NCERT. The chapter is natural resources. I am Nisha Chauhan, TGT Science from KVBHEL Haridwar. Resources on the earth. The natural resources of the earth are air, water, soil, minerals and living organisms. The outer crust of the earth is the lithosphere. The water on the earth is the hydrosphere. The layer of the air around the earth is the atmosphere. Living organisms are found where the atmosphere, hydrosphere, and lithosphere interact and is the biosphere. You can see in the picture also air, that is atmosphere. Air is a mixture of gases like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapors and other gases. During respiration, living organisms use oxygen to break down glucose and get energy for their activities. This results in the release of carbon dioxide. Burning of fuels also use oxygen and release carbon dioxide. And during photosynthesis, green plants also convert carbon dioxide into glucose in the presence of sunlight. This results in the release of oxygen. These processes help to maintain the oxygen carbon dioxide balance in nature. The role of atmosphere in climate control. The atmosphere covers the earth like a blanket. Air is a bad conductor of heat. It prevents sudden increase in temperature during the day and also shows down the escape of heat during the night. So, the atmosphere keeps the average temperature of the earth fairly steady during the day and throughout the year. The movement of air means wind. When air gets heated, it rises up and produces low pressure and cool air moves in to take its place. The movement of air causes winds. During the day, the land gets heated faster than the sea. So, the hot air above the land rises up and cool air from the sea moves towards the land. During the night, sea cools down and slowly then the land. So, the hot air above the sea rises up and cool air from the land moves towards the sea. You can see in the picture, in the daytime cool air moves like this and the warm air moves like this, while in the night time warm air moves like this and cool air moves like this. Next topic is rain. When water bodies are heated during the day, a large amount of water evaporates and rises up. Some water vapor also get into the atmosphere due to biological activities like transpiration. As the water vapors rises, it cools and condenses to form tiny droplets of water. This appears as clouds. When the tiny droplets of water join together to form bigger drops of water, they fall down as rain, snow, or hail. Air pollution. The increase in the content of harmful substances in the air is called air pollution. Fossil fuels like coal and petroleum contain small amount of nitrogen and sulfur. When these fuels are burnt, it releases oxides of sulfur and nitrogen. These oxides dissolve in rain and causes acid rain. Burning of fossil fuel also release unburned carbon particles which reduces visibility. During cold weather, along with condensed water, it forms smog. Regular breathing air containing these harmful substances causes allergies, cancer, heart, heart diseases or other diseases, etc. Smoke in Beijing, in the picture you can see smoke in Los Angeles. Next topic is water. A large area of the earth's surface is covered with water. Water is also found inside the earth, in the atmosphere as water vapors. The water in seas and oceans is saline, slightly salty. Fresh water is found in rivers, lakes, ponds, and as ice and snow at the poles and mountains in cold regions. Water is needed by living organisms because all life processes are cellular activities need water. So all organisms need water to survive. The amount of water and other factors like temperature and nature of soil decides the diversity of species and the number of individuals of each species in an area. Water pollution. The increase in the content of harmful substances in water is called water pollution. Water pollution is caused by addition of harmful substances like fertilizers and pesticides from farms, sewage from towns, cities and factories, harmful chemicals from factories, disease causing microorganisms, changes in the amount of oxygen dissolved in water or changes in the temperature of water. They all cause water pollution. Next is soil. First, we have to know about formation of soil. Soil is formed by the breaking down of rocks on the surface of the earth by physical, chemical and biological processes. The sun heats the rocks during the day and the rocks expand, and at night the rocks cool and contracts. This causes the rocks to crack and break into smaller pieces. Water enters the cracks in the rocks, and when water freezes, it expands and causes the cracks in the rocks to widen and break into smaller pieces. The following water carries the rocks pieces. These pieces rub against each other and become smaller and smaller particles. Strong winds also breaks rocks into smaller particles and carries it from one place to the other. The roots of large trees grow into the cracks in rocks and breaks it into smaller pieces. Lichens, you already know about lichens, which grow on rocks, produce some substance which cause the rock surface to powder and become soil. Next is composition of soil. Soil is a mixture of rock particles, decayed organisms called humus, living organisms, minerals, air and water. The amount of minerals, humus, air and water are the factors which decides the biodiversity in that area. Means कि वहाँ पे जो biodiversity है वो कैसी होगी. It is depends on the amount of minerals, humus, air and water into the soil. What is soil pollution? The addition of harmful substances which affects the fertility of the soil and kills the diversity of organisms living in it is called soil pollution. Soil pollution is caused by the excessive use of fertilizers and pesticides. It kills the organisms like earthworms and bacteria, which makes the soil rich in humus. The removal of useful components and addition of other harmful substances reduces the fertility of soil and causes soil pollution. Our next topic is soil erosion. The carrying away of the soil from one place to the other by flowing water and wind is called soil pollution. Large scale deforestation also causes soil erosion. Soil erosion can be reduced or prevented by vegetative cover on the ground, afforestation, construction of bunds, terraces, dams, etc. Activity: effect of flowing water on top soil. Take two trays of the same size and fill them with soil. Plant mustard or green gram in one of the trays. Water both the trays for a few days till the first tray is covered by plant growth. Tilt both the trays at the same angle. Pour equal amount of water gently on both the trays. More soil is carried out of the tray which didn't have plant growth. This shows that vegetative cover reduces soil erosion. These are some methods to stop soil erosion. In this picture, you can see the methods to biogeochemical cycles. Biogeochemical cycles are the transfer of matter and energy between the biotic and abiotic components of the biosphere. The common biogeochemical cycles are water cycle, nitrogen cycle, carbon cycle and oxygen cycle. First, water cycle. When water bodies are heated during the day, a large amount of water evaporates and rises up. Some water vapor also get into the atmosphere due to biological activities like transpiration and respiration. As the water vapors rises, it cools and condenses to form tiny droplets of water. This appears as clouds. When the tiny droplets of water join together to form bigger drops of water, they fall down as rain, snow, or hail. Some of this water enters the ground and forms groundwater. When water flows from the land to the seas, it carries many nutrients and minerals which are used by marine organisms. Water cycle. In this picture, you can understand easily the water cycle: evaporation, condensation, cloud formation, then precipitation, then raining. Next is nitrogen cycle. The nitrogen is the atmosphere is fixed into nitrogen compounds in the soil by nitrogen fixing bacteria in the roots nodules of leguminous plants and also during lightning. These nitrogen compounds are taken by plants and used to make proteins. When animals eat plants, they also get proteins. When plants and animals die, bacteria convert the proteins into nitrogen compounds like nitrites and nitrates. Other bacteria convert these nitrogen compounds back into nitrogen in the atmosphere. This is the cycle. Nitrogen is an essential component of biological molecules like proteins, nucleic acids, and some vitamins. Nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen from the atmosphere, it it fixes by some bacterias, then ammonification takes place, nitrification also takes place. Ammonification get converted in it into ammonia, then nitrites, then nitrates, ठीक है, consumed by animals. Then nitrogen in atmosphere, nitrification takes place, atmospheric fixation takes place, nitrification, nitrates, and denitrification, then nitrogen in atmosphere. Carbon cycle. Carbon in the form of carbon dioxide is used by plants to prepare glucose by the process of photosynthesis. The glucose is used to provide energy and to convert into other organic compounds. When animals eat plants, it enters the body of animals. During respiration, energy and carbon dioxide are produced. The carbon dioxide goes back into the atmosphere. Another process which adds carbon dioxide back into the atmosphere is the combustion of fuels like coal and petroleum. The organic compounds in the plants and animals are also converted into carbonates, limestone, coal, petroleum, exoskeletons, means shells of the animals. Carbon is an essential component of biological molecules like carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, nucleic acids, etc. Carbon cycle. Carbon in the atmosphere, ठीक है, used by the organic compounds used in plant by the plants as organic compounds from coal, limestone, carbonates in water, petroleum, inorganic carbonate cells, petroleum combustion that gets converted into carbon dioxide, respiration by the living organism, and decomposition of the living organism back carbon dioxide in atmosphere. Oxygen cycle. Oxygen in the atmosphere is used for respiration, combustion, and formation of oxide of elements. Oxygen is sent back into the atmosphere during photosynthesis. Oxygen is an essential component of biological molecules like carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Oxygen cycle. Atmospheric oxygen used as respiration by living organisms, humans and animals. Carbon dioxide used in photosynthesis, then converted into organic molecules like glucose, etc. And by photosynthesis, it's get back into atmosphere. The greenhouse effect. Gases like carbon dioxide, methane, chlorofluorocarbon traps the heat radiated by the earth and prevents the escape of heat from the earth. The increase in the presence of these gases in the atmosphere causes increase in the temperature of the atmosphere. This is called the greenhouse effect. Greenhouse effect can cause melting of polar ice, increase in sea levels, flooding of coastal areas, and submerging of islands. Ozone layer. Ozone molecule contains 3 atoms of oxygen. 3 atoms of oxygen. It is present in the upper layer of the atmosphere. It is poisonous gas. It protects the earth from the harmful ultraviolet radiations from the sun, which is harmful for living organisms. The ozone layer is being damaged by carbon compounds like CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons. To prevent the damage of the ozone layer, the use of CFCs is being reduced. Layers of earth: atmosphere, troposphere, stratosphere, and here is ozone layer present. Ozone layer is present here. That's all in this chapter. Thank you.